Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're uncovering the hidden value of the rare top 6 Australian 20-cent coin. It may look like a regular coin, but it could be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most valuable and mysterious coins in Australia's history. This rare piece featuring Queen Elizabeth II and the iconic platypus could be hiding in your drawer right now, and it might just make you a millionaire overnight. Stick around, because you won't believe how much these rare coins are really worth. Let's get started. First up, in the 1969 Australian 20-cent coin is one of the most captivating pieces of currency ever produced by the Royal Australian Mint, and over the decades, it has become the subject of intense collector interest. Issued during a transitional era in Australia's post-decimal currency history, this coin has taken on a legendary status, not just for its striking design, but also for its emerging rarity. What sets this coin apart is its deep-rooted association with the early years of decimalization, combined with its rich symbolic imagery and its unexpectedly low survival rate in pristine condition. The 1969 20-cent coin might appear ordinary at first glance, but for those who know what to look for, it holds the potential to change lives. On the obverse of the coin, one can find the third effigy of Queen Elizabeth II, facing right and wearing the elegant King George IV state diadem, a symbol of royal continuity and national pride. This portrait, designed by Arnold Machin, reflects the youth and dignity of the monarch during a time of global change. Surrounding the portrait is the bold inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1969, making it a timeless piece of history. The effigy itself is more than just a likeness. It's a reflection of Australia's cultural and political ties to the British Commonwealth, and its use here represents a bridge between tradition and a rapidly modernizing nation. Turn the coin over, and you're greeted by one of the most artistically celebrated reverse designs in Australian coinage, the graceful platypus, designed by Stuart Devlin. The platypus isn't just any animal, it's an icon of Australian uniqueness. A mammal that lays eggs, has a duck-like bill, and a venomous spur, it perfectly represents the quirky yet resilient character of the nation itself. The intricate detail in the rippling water and motion of the creature makes this one of the most stunning reverse designs on any decimal coin in the world. Alongside the platypus, the boldly inscribed numeral 20 hovers powerfully, commanding presence on the metallic surface. However, what most people don't realize is that not all 1969 20-cent coins are equal. Some possess subtle minting variations, or were struck using slightly misaligned dies, making them highly prized among professional collectors. There have even been whispers in numismatic circles about extremely limited test strikes or off-metal errors, coins struck on different planchets such as silver or nickel brass, which, if discovered, could command astronomical prices in the market. These are not coins you find in everyday change. They are treasures hidden in plain sight, and every collector dreams of stumbling upon one. Adding further intrigue to these coins is the low mintage number relative to surrounding years. While not the lowest in 20-cent history, 1969 had notably fewer coins that remained in high-grade, uncirculated condition, making pristine examples quite rare. Even fewer have survived untouched by the wear of circulation. Those that have, particularly in mint state or proof-like condition, have sold at auctions for prices that have raised eyebrows across the numismatic world. It is this blend of limited supply and increased demand that has propelled their value into the stratosphere, but the story doesn't stop with condition alone. Some 1969 20-cent coins have turned up. With the excitement surrounding these coins is contagious. It's not just about profit. It's about the hunt, the historical journey, the beauty of design, and the thrill of owning something that's been part of Australia's evolving identity. Holding a 1969 20-cent coin is like holding a piece of time, a relic of the Queen's reign, of Australia's growth, and of the meticulous craftsmanship of the minting process itself. And if you're fortunate enough to find one in high grade or with a unique error, you may well be holding a fortune. In today's rapidly digitizing world, tangible assets like coins are gaining renewed interest as economic uncertainties fluctuate, and collectors search for assets that combine beauty with investment potential. Rare coins like the 1969 20-cent stand out. They are more than just metal, They're heirlooms, treasures, and possibly keys to financial independence. So before you spend that shiny old coin, take a moment to look closely. You might just be holding the rare 1969 Australian 20-cent piece that turns your destiny upside down. Next up in the year 1977 marked a fascinating chapter in Australian numismatics, with the standard 20-cent coin quietly entering circulation, but not all of them were ordinary. Among the millions minted that year, a select few rare varieties have gained legendary status among collectors. These elusive coins, distinguished by subtle minting errors, lustrous finishes, or exceptionally low surviving numbers, are now considered hidden treasures. What might look like loose change to an untrained eye could actually be worth thousands, or even millions, of dollars today. On the obverse, the 1977 20-cent coin showcases the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. The Queen faces right, donning the iconic King George IV state diadem, a dazzling crown reserved for the most formal of royal occasions. Her regal image is bordered by the text, Elizabeth II, Australia, 1977, cementing both her enduring presence and the coin's historical origin. While the design itself seems common, the story beneath the surface is where the real gold lies. Figuratively, and sometimes literally, flip the coin over, and you're greeted with one of Australia's most beloved and recognizable creatures, the platypus, Ornithorhynchus anatomus, gracefully swimming through swirling water. This reverse design, created by Stuart Devlin, is a celebration of Australia's unique wildlife. But here's where it gets more fascinating. A small number of coins from 1977 feature striking anomalies, such as double strikes, off-center images, or even partial platypus impressions. These rare minting errors make those coins immensely collectible, and sometimes astronomically valuable. Imagine reaching into your old drawer and pulling out what seems like an ordinary 20-cent piece from 1977, only to discover it's one of the rare varieties sought after by collectors across the globe. Some of these coins, when in near mint or uncirculated condition, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars at auction. The rarest specimens, particularly those with flawless surfaces, proof-like finishes, or dramatic mint errors, are often valued in the hundreds of thousands, and whispers in the numismatic world speak of private transactions reaching millions. Collectors value more than just metal. They crave rarity, story, and mystery. The 1977 20-cent coin embodies all three. What elevates this coin from average to extraordinary is how a tiny flaw, or a unique variant, can turn it into a financial miracle. With fewer than a handful of certain error varieties confirmed to exist, competition among elite collectors is fierce. These coins aren't just collectibles, they're status symbols, investments, and for the lucky few, instant tickets to wealth. But what makes these coins even more intriguing is that most Australians have no idea they might be sitting on a gold mine. Unlike traditional gold or silver bullion, these rare 20-cent pieces can fly under the radar, hiding in forgotten jars, old wallets, or passed-down collections. It's the ultimate treasure hunt, where knowledge is the only map. Spotting the difference between a standard coin and a million-dollar rarity requires a sharp eye and a keen sense of history. Let's not forget the role of historical context. 1977 was also the year of Queen Elizabeth II's Silver Jubilee, celebrating 25 years on the throne. While the coin doesn't officially commemorate the event, its production during such a monumental year adds a layer of symbolic significance. Collectors and royal enthusiasts alike are drawn to such connections, especially when they believe a coin represents a once-in-a-generation alignment of history and design. In some cases, rare 1977 20-cent coins have been discovered with proof-like characteristics, an ultra-shiny, mirror-finish surface typically reserved for specially struck collector editions. These are exceptionally rare for a circulating coin and raise immediate interest among professional numismatists. Even rarer still are specimen strikes and coins with missing or inverted designs, which are considered holy grails of the series. Owning one of these is like owning a secret chapter of Australian minting history. The mystique of these coins isn't just about their age or scarcity. It's about their transformative potential. One coin, one discovery, one twist of fate can change an ordinary person's financial future. That's the magic behind these rare 20-cent pieces. They're not just monetary units. They are time capsules of culture, history, and artistry, hiding in plain sight, waiting to reward the lucky soul who discovers them. Valuable old coins, so before you spend that dusty 1977 coin rattling around in your piggy bank, take a second look. You might just be holding one of the rarest and most valuable coins ever minted in Australia. This isn't just about collecting. It's about the thrill of the hunt, the joy of discovery, and the life-changing moment when you realize that fortune, quite literally, is in your hands. Next up to in the 1975 Australian 20-cent coin. More than just a piece of metal, this coin holds secrets, stories, and a legacy that could potentially turn an ordinary person into a millionaire overnight. While most people may overlook these coins as mere change, passionate collectors and seasoned numismatists know their true worth. These coins from the mid-70s are now being hunted down with fervor due to their scarcity, production anomalies, and historic features. The 1975 20-cent piece is particularly striking because it features the third portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a regal image showing her wearing the King George IV state diadem. This iconic image stands proudly on the obverse, representing not just the British monarchy, but an era in Australian history. Beneath the Queen's profile are the words Elizabeth II Australia 1975, marked with the initials RDM, a subtle nod to the designer Raphael David Maclouf, who shaped this historic look. On the reverse side, we're treated to the elegant display of Australia's native wildlife, with the majestic male superb lyrebird and the curious platypus both etched into the design. The detailed rendering of the lyrebird's flowing tail feathers and the platypus gliding beneath water bring a dynamic energy to the coin that makes it feel alive. Together with the large, bold numeral 20 embossed prominently, this coin is not just currency, it's art. What makes the 1975 20-cent coin especially valuable is not just its design or age, but its rarity. Although it was produced for standard circulation, only a limited number are known to exist in high-grade conditions today. Over time, many have been lost, worn down, or melted, reducing the surviving population of mint-condition coins. It's this scarcity, combined with the historical and aesthetic elements, that propels its value into staggering figures. Some of the rarest versions of the 1975 20-cent coin contain minting errors, misaligned dies, double strikes, or off-center impressions. These imperfections, usually seen as flaws, are pure gold to collectors. Known as error coins, these rarities can command jaw-dropping prices at auction, sometimes soaring into the tens or even hundreds of thousands. To the untrained eye, they may seem like mistakes, but to numismatists, they're miracles. In today's collector market, some of these coins have been known to sell for millions of dollars, especially when graded by professional agencies like PCGS or NGC. A 1975 20-cent coin in uncirculated condition, with sharp edges, a flawless finish, and no signs of wear, is a true unicorn in the world of Australian numismatics. Those who possess such pieces are sitting on a potential fortune, an unassuming relic that could spark a financial windfall. But why exactly are collectors willing to pay so much for these coins? It's all about history, prestige, and the chase. Owning a rare 1975 bicentennial 20-cent coin is like holding a key to the past, a tangible link to Australia's cultural heritage and the reign of Queen Elizabeth II. It becomes more than money. It becomes identity, legacy, and pride. That's why coin shows, online auctions, and numismatic forums buzz with excitement when one of these coins appears. Imagine the excitement of discovering one of these rare coins in an old drawer, coin jar, or inherited box of keepsakes. One small find could turn your life around in an instant. Many Australians are unaware that tucked away in their homes might be a coin worth more than a luxury car or even a house. That's the thrilling magic of coin collecting, the possibility of sudden, unimaginable fortune from the most unexpected places. If you happen to own a 1975 Australian 20-cent coin, now is the time to examine it closely. Check for pristine condition, check for errors, and if it looks promising, consult a grading expert. Do not rush to spend it or trade it lightly. What you're holding could be the financial miracle you've been waiting for. It's not just metal, could be millions. Every detail, from the Queen's crown to the lyrebird's tail, matters. So next time you come across an old 1975 Australian 20-cent coin, don't just toss it aside. It could be your hidden treasure. With the right condition, or a rare minting error, that simple piece of change might be worth more than gold. Keep your eyes open, because the fortune of a lifetime could be sitting quietly in your pocket, just waiting to be discovered. That old 1975 20-cent coin in your pocket could be worth a fortune. Don't spend it in the end. The 1975 Australian 20-cent bicentennial coin is more than just a relic from the past. It's a symbol of hidden wealth and a golden opportunity. As values continue to rise and collectors scramble to secure the rarest specimens, one thing is certain. The next coin that changes someone's life forever might just be in your pocket. So, check your change, revisit those old coin collections. And remember, riches sometimes come in the smallest packages. Next up in the 1980 Australian 20-cent coin has captured the attention of collectors and fortune seekers alike. With its unique blend of design, heritage, and hidden rarity, this coin is now regarded as one of the most surprising treasures in the numismatic world. It features Queen Elizabeth II's third portrait, regal and dignified, gracefully facing right and adorned with the King George IV state diadem, a crown reserved for special ceremonial occasions. Below her image is the proud inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1980, which wraps the top of the obverse like a royal seal of approval. It's a coin that looks ordinary to the untrained eye, but for those who know what to look for, it could mean the difference between pocket change and a life-changing discovery. Flip it over, and you'll be greeted by a masterpiece of Australian wildlife. The coin's reverse proudly displays the iconic platypus, Ornithorhynchus anatinus, elegantly swimming in circular motion beneath the numeral 20. This isn't just any coin design. It's a tribute to Australia's natural wonders. The stylized fluid lines of the platypus radiate a sense of movement, depth, and connection to the land down under. Designed by Stuart Devlin, the same artistic mind behind many of Australia's coins, this piece combines art and metal in a way that leaves collectors in awe. It's more than currency. It's history, culture, and rarity, all stamped into one. Though the 1980 20-cent coin was produced in standard circulation, there's a twist. While millions were made, not all were created equally. A small handful of these coins, due to minting errors, striking variations, or exceptionally well-preserved conditions, have skyrocketed in value. Some rare pieces from this year exhibit off-center strikes, double obverse or reverse dies, or even transitional planchet errors that collectors scramble to find. These rare errors transform an everyday coin into a once-in-a-lifetime jackpot. And yes, in the right condition and with the right error, these coins have sold for thousands, and even been speculated to fetch up to $1 million or more at private auctions. But it's not just the errors that make the 1980 coin valuable. The grading of a coin, its physical state and level of preservation, is crucial. Coins that have never been circulated, known as mint state or uncirculated, with high MS67 or MS68 grades, are considered ultra-rare. These untouched relics from 1980 look as if they just left the Royal Australian Mint yesterday. The difference between a coin worth 20 cents and one worth thousands can lie in the absence of even the tiniest scratch or blemish. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for these mint masterpieces, especially if they come with certification from a recognized grading authority like PCGS or NGC. Moreover, the rising interest in Australian numismatics worldwide has turned local treasures into global hotcakes. Investors from the United States, Europe, and Asia are entering the rare coin market with big wallets, eyeing unique finds from Australia's mintage history. This international demand has fueled record-breaking auction results. The 1980 20-cent coin, especially with proof like brilliance or unique patina, has fetched enormous sums, and experts believe prices could soar even higher in coming years. It's the perfect storm of rarity, demand, and speculative investment. Point one of the most fascinating aspects of these coins is their role in Australia's bicentennial narrative. While the 1980 coin isn't labeled as a commemorative coin in a traditional sense, many enthusiasts consider it part of the broader bicentennial era collection spanning coins from the late 1970s to the 1988 bicentennial of European settlement in Australia. This unofficial categorization has added historical value, giving collectors even more incentive to acquire, preserve, and study these coins. They represent not just currency, but a chapter in Australia's cultural and economic story. Imagine this. You're rummaging through an old jar of coins passed down from a relative or tucked away in a drawer for years. Among the dull silver discs, you spot an Australian 20-cent piece from 1980. It looks average, maybe slightly worn, but something about it tells you to hold on. That single coin, under the scrutiny of a coin expert or auction house, might reveal itself to be a rare variant worth thousands, or even millions. Stories like this are not just myths. They've happened, and they continue to happen to orders, so here's the final word. The 1980 Australian 20-cent coin is more than metal, it's magic in your pocket. It carries with it the potential to rewrite your financial story, add a gem to your collection, or connect you to a hidden history that's waiting to be rediscovered. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about what your spare change could be worth, keep your eyes open and your coins close. You never know, you might just be holding a fortune.my.